I walked in on her again. It's been 6 months since D-Day. 6 months since I walked into my own damn bedroom and found my wife. The woman I'd built a life with for over 2 decades, pleasuring herself on camera for some other dude. Can you imagine that shit? I still replay it in my head sometimes. The purple glow from the screen, her back to me, the way her body moved, and then the jolt when she realized I was there. She denied it. Of course. Flat out denied it. Like I didn't see what I saw. Like she wasn't spread eagle with the freaking purple toy down there. She tried to use some Jedi mind trick on me. I swear to God. Trying to make me doubt my own damn eyes. But I saw it, and I wasn't going to ignore it. Not this time. Since then, things have been a special kind of hell. She called it nothing more than sexing, a casual thing. But the text messages I managed to glimpse before she became a Fort Knox of a phone user. They screamed emotional affair. It doesn't matter what she says now. I'll never know if it was physical. She wiped everything clean, deleted it all, and then locked down her phone like it held the nuclear codes. And I couldn't exactly snatch it from her. Not without her calling the cops and spinning some story about me being abusive. Just another move in her playbook. I guess the guy, the affair partner, was a former coworker, lived nearby, and I was traveling a lot for work back then. A short stint of frequent trips. The opportunity was definitely there. No way they weren't hooking up. Not with him right down the street and me gone. That thought ate at me. It still does. Even now. We tried marriage counseling. Or at least I did. It quickly morphed into discernment counseling once she finally, begrudgingly, admitted she wasn't sure if she wanted to be married anymore. Like, what the hell? Lady, why were you screwing around in the first place if you weren't even sure you wanted to be here? She stopped going. The therapist told me there was no point in me coming back until she decided what she wanted. She flat out refused to cut ties with the guy. Refused disclosure. Kept hiding her phone. What did that tell me? Besides the obvious, that she was an asshole, a liar, a cheater. It told me she had zero respect for me. Zero. She was basically looking at me, daring me. What are you going to do about it? Asshole. She didn't care, and she knew I hadn't divorced her yet. So she figured she had all the power, and I let her have it. I know I did. 6 months. And she still hadn't decided if she wanted a divorce or to work on things. Work on what She didn't love me. Her actions screamed it. She told me herself she didn't know if she loved me like that anymore. Hadn't for a long time. Fine. Then get a divorce. So let's part ways. I can move on. You can move on. And you can do your webcam crap for all the guys you want. We'd been together for 21 years. Most of that time, she was a stay-at-home mom, raising our kids. Our kids are almost grown, 15 and 20 years old now. The next few years were supposed to be a new chapter for us. Just us. Apparently, she'd been dreading that thought. It happens, I guess, once the kids are out, parents realize they were only together for the kids. But for me, she was my best friend, my whole world. The reason I was who I was? That sounds pathetic now, doesn't it? Any guy who says that crap is just setting himself up. She was my whole world, and clearly, she knew it, and she didn't give a damn. When you make someone else the center of your universe, you're just begging to be disappointed. Last night, it happened again. I walked in on her. Same damn scenario. Phone recording. Video. Her naked. A new toy. The whole 9 yards. I guess that was my answer. I wasn't surprised. Not really. She'd probably been doing it every night since. Just not in our bed. Probably on the toilet for all I knew. Trying to get some kind of kick out of it. Yeah. Dude. It was over. I knew it. Everyone in the comment section of the forums I was lurking on was saying it from the beginning. Sorry it happened. But it's time to end it. I finally got some much-needed time to myself last week. A quick weekend trip with my brother and some friends, followed by 3 days of business travel. It gave me some quality time to actually think, to reflect on the past 6 months of absolute hell. What's done is done. It's time to move on. I accept the fact now that she made up her mind 6 months ago. Maybe it was avoidance. Maybe she honestly didn't know how she felt. Or maybe, and this is what I believe, she just enjoyed having her cake and eating it too. I refuse to believe I'm just that lucky to walk in on her the very first time. And then the only second time. At this point, I'm just going to assume it never stopped and has been going on for who knows how long. I'll never know if it was physical, but the likelihood is it was, and it was for a long time. But what's done is done. Time to part ways. I asked her to move out. She didn't have anywhere to go, she said. So, until she figures things out. She's using the spare bedroom and bathroom. Not ideal. But it's a start. It's not my problem she doesn't have anywhere to go. But legally, I couldn't just kick her out. So, spare bedroom it is. The kids, they're definitely going to be asking questions. We drafted up and signed trial separation paperwork. We'll probably need to consult a lawyer very soon. Definitely. I was hoping to just split things 50-50, amicably, and move on. 21 years down the drain. I don't think our kids are going to handle the news well. I appreciate all the support and advice I'd gotten online. What's done is done. Talk to a lawyer. Do not let this go. And this whole amicable thing, good freaking luck. Just like her pleasuring herself on camera and then doing it again. She knows she can push me around, bully me, get her way, take advantage of me. I better have a lawyer, or it wasn't going to go well. But regardless, it had to end. Yeah, my marriage was down the drain, but I got 2 kids out of it, and I was damn sure they were mine. I needed to make sure they understood this wasn't on me. She'd probably say I worked too much. I neglected her. I forgot to put the toilet seat down, or some other nonsense. Like I forgot to take out the recycling in 1998. Bullshit. We eventually entered into a no-contest marital dissolution agreement earlier this year. She was completely unreasonable, completely unwilling to work on our marriage. No surprise there. Our state has a mandatory waiting period because we have children. Yeah, kids who are 15 and 20. I would have thought they were a little old for that to be such a huge factor. But whatever. In the final stretch, she asked for more money for support. Shocker. I was tired, exhausted from the whole damn experience. My lawyer said I could have fought it, but the cost to fight would probably have been similar to the money she wanted. I just agreed to whatever. At this point, it was all said and done. The divorce was final. It still doesn't feel right. Some guys will just give more in a divorce just to be done with it. My lawyer had a point. It would cost me more to keep fighting. I needed to look at the big picture. I wasn't done with her in my head. Not yet. I hope I do some serious work on myself. Learn not to ever make anyone else the source of my happiness in this world. Not even my kids, because they can certainly disappoint you too. When you try to have other people be the source of your happiness, you're setting yourself up for disappointment. You gotta make your own happiness. But I had a chance to start over. She was probably in her late 30s, maybe early 40s. Good luck to her trying to find some other dude who doesn't just want to hook up. Even if she's good looking, something told me she'd be back, and I hoped to God I wouldn't fall for it. One guy, very supportive of me on the forum, left a comment that gave me a little more detail about the terms of the divorce. He said, "Hey OP, congrats on the divorce. Even if you feel not right about it, when a partner's out of the marriage and things don't go their way, specifically if they are cheaters, things in divorce get messy. Yes, fighting for what was right was the best option. But if you felt emotionally drained and it was a thing you could give just for the sake to not bother anymore about her, then I think you did well. Now it is time for you to concentrate on you and do your healing journey. It has been at least 8 months since your last post, and for what you said, seems to be a tough separation. But the good news is that you are out of that and ready to heal and rebuild yourself. May I ask how old the kids are and what were the terms of child custody? Do you have to pay her alimony or just pay the extra?" she asked. "Good luck and I wish you the best. Like I said, time to heal and build your new life," I replied. The kids are upset, really upset. They're both older, 15 and 20 years old. Custody is 50-50-ish. Heavy in my favor. No legal or court-ordered alimony. Just an agreement to pay for her car and some other bills. It sucks. No alimony was great. At least, I wasn't sure about the house or retirement accounts. Some places you can't touch them. Others you can. I think the point is, she may have made out like a bandit in terms of assets outside of retirement accounts. I don't know, but at least no alimony. And her car and bills. That couldn't be forever. The good news was, the one kid was 15, so any child support shouldn't be for too long. The other one was 20 years old. The kids were old enough to understand. This shit happens. And the kids would probably have a choice who they wanted to spend more time with, especially the 20-year-old. All I had to do was take it one day at a time. 21 years with someone is no small thing. It was going to take time to deal with the betrayal and all that. If I went the therapy route, I hoped I'd find a good shrink to help me dig into why I was so trusting, why I made her my whole world, why I bought into the whole rom-com narrative. I hoped that therapists would push me to get out there, exercise, do healthy things, eat well, hang out with people who truly cared, help the kids, embrace my hobbies, start a new life. It wasn't over after divorce. A lot of guys think it is. They think they're failures and all that. But if half the marriages end in divorce, I'm not that big of a loser. It happens to plenty of guys, and usually, it's not the guy's fault. It's because the freaking wife is a selfish asshole. In time, I will heal, And I just hoped I wouldn't get involved with someone just like her. But something told me, given her age, she'd be back. Back when she realized things weren't going to be so easy for her. I just hoped I wouldn't fall for it. Once a cheater, always a cheater. You see it, you do what's hard, you end it.